name is Christine Harris, and I'm the manager of the Biocultural Conservation Farm here at Oak Spring Garden Foundation. It is late January, and in lieu of it being the winter months and our typical cold and flu season, as well as the global pandemic that we are very much still experiencing, we thought it would be great to highlight a couple of home remedies that you can make at your house that are really fun and easy to do to keep you in tip-top shape. So today I will be going over elderberry syrup. It's really just like an overall great immune supporting remedy at home. And I would say that if you do start feeling symptoms come on of a cold or flu, especially right now, make sure you seek healthcare advice from your healthcare provider. And this is not a cure-all for everything, but it is a really kind of nice, fun way to just support your body, support your immune system. So elderberries have been used for hundreds of years in like traditional folk herbalism and Western European herbalism, as well as Native Americans used them for a very long time. And typically you'll see them prepared in jams and jellies and cordials and teas. And I also would not recommend eating the berries fresh off the plant. They actually have several compounds in the berries that can cause severe diarrhea and vomiting and upset stomach. So in order to kind of negate all of those symptoms and reactions to the berries, you have to cook the berries down or process them in some way. If you're looking for something fun to do with maybe your kids at home, especially during this time of quarantine, the syrup is really, really fun to make and super easy. And if you make a big enough jar of it, it's something that you can share with your family and friends and neighbors as well.
I'm the chef and organic farm assistant here at Oak Spring Garden Foundation in Upperville, Virginia. And today we're doing an immune boosting video. So today I'm going to do some fire cider. Fire cider is a folk remedy it was popularized and invented by Rosemary Gladstar. She developed this with kind of like combining a bunch of different folk remedies, drawing from a lot of ingredients that people have in their own homes and just ingredients that you're able to buy easily from the store. Luckily here, we grow a lot of the things that I'm going to put in fire cider, actually everything except one, the black pepper. We haven't quite gotten there yet. But Christine showed harvesting the horseradish roots. We have some beautiful citrus trees. So we have a Meyer lemon. We grew some ginger and turmeric, both of the rhizome family, and I froze those earlier in the season when we harvested them. And then you can use it for the rest of the year, and you can use it from frozen. I dehydrated some fish peppers that we have. It's a special pepper that we're growing on the farm. We have our onions and garlic, and then a little rosemary. And then also I pressed a bunch of fresh cider earlier in the fall. And so I made some apple cider vinegar, which actually isn't very hard, and you can do it with any sort of fruit scrap. So I peeled and cored a bunch of apples, and then I put them in this jar. I added a little bit of distilled water and sugar, and then let it ferment for a couple of weeks, strained off the solids, and then added a splash of apple cider vinegar. You need raw apple cider vinegar to get a mother, and the mother is what helps convert the alcohol that you have. It helps convert the alcohol into acetic acid, which is vinegar. So I let it go for a couple of weeks. It forms this like nice weird blob on the top, and it's called the mother. It's made out of cellulose and acetic acid bacteria, and that's what gets this whole process going. And then maybe a month, 2 months later, we have this really delicious, beautiful pink color from all of the red apple peels that I used. All right, so we're gonna start off with the horseradish that we have from the farm. So I gave it a good wash and scrub, but there's still some pieces of dirt, so I'm just gonna give it a quick peel. All right, so next we have some ginger, and this is ginger that we grew at the BCCF. It's gorgeous. This is young, so unlike mature ginger, this barely has any skin, so I'm not going to peel anything at all. I cleaned it before I froze it, which is something that anybody could do. There's certain times of the year where you can buy ginger that's young. Usually around October is a pretty big harvest season for it. So I just cut off the tops. It has like these beautiful kind of long tops, so I cut those off, and I just froze the base after giving it a little wash. I'm going to use a fine grater. So I'm going to take these turmeric. So these also we grew, same thing at the BCCF. They look a little bit different from ginger when they're growing. And these ones tend to be a little smaller. Sometimes we have like big, beautiful hands that we have, but these are just small, nice little end pieces. We grew a couple of different kinds. So you can see this one is a little lighter, and then we grew ones that were true orange. have fire cider, or one of the ways to have it is you can just take it straight up. So a lot of people will have a spoonful or two in the beginning of the day. You can dilute it with a little bit of water, or you can dilute it in some fruit juice, and that makes it a little bit more palatable. The idea of having vinegar straight up is a little too much for you. Another way to have it, which is really delicious, is as a salad dressing. So I'm going to do a pretty basic salad dressing.